Well, I think one of the main reasons we decided to open up a clinic here in Chicago is because of the need. We found that there were a lot of patients from the Midwest visiting our other clinics, Costa Mesa, California, and New York, and Washington, D.C. So we saw the need for having a clinic here, and that's one of the reasons we decided to open a clinic here in Chicago. It is the jewel of the Midwest. I mean, it's a great sports town. There's great culture here. There's great educational institutions. There's great teaching hospitals. And of course, we see patients from all over the Midwest, whether it's Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, even Kentucky and some of the southern states. So, being located in Chicago or just outside the city made so much sense for us, and we're just so happy to be here.
Amen Clinics opened its first location in 1989 by Dr. Daniel Amen. Amen Clinics Chicago is the 7th location for Amen Clinics. We are focused on optimizing as well as healing the brain. We believe it is critical to look at the brain within the patient's context of their life. All of our psychiatrists are board certified and are personally trained by Dr. Amen, the founder.
The thing that I think is the biggest difference here at the Amen Clinic is the overall picture that we get of the person that's coming in to be evaluated. So we get a big, long history that's taken by our patient care coordinators. Before I even meet you, I already have some information. We've already collected a lot of information. We also look at information from psychological testings, and then of course we get the picture from the SPECT scan. To me, patient success is people feeling like they are living the life they were meant to live. It feels happier and more fulfilled, more peaceful, and just more on track with who they know they are capable of being.
My job is to facilitate your healing, improve your brain health overall, and to change the trajectory of your life. In modern medical practice, we are often handcuffed as providers. We are limited in terms of who we treat, how long we treat them, and what medications we prescribe to them. But at Amen Clinics, it allows me to take that holistic approach to patient care. Not just medications or therapy, but also non-medication treatments such as nutrition, exercise, hyperbaric oxygen, cognitive behavioral therapy, etc., allowing us to use all the tools at our disposal, leveraging all we know from evidence to improve the quality of someone's life, allowing them to have gainful employment, to hold a job, to have enough money to save and buy a home and save for future generations. Brain health is important because the brain controls everything you do. It is our command center. It helps us process the information from our environment, and that's part of your reality. So we need to keep our brain healthy if our reality is to be healthy. Psychiatry allows me to improve the quality of someone's life, not just for themselves, but for their partners, their families, their children, and for future generations as well. And I've told my patients before that I can be their coach, their cheerleader without the pom-poms, and their fan, but they are the player on the field.
With full evaluations, we obtain detailed clinical histories on our patients' backgrounds. We also conduct neuropsychological tests to give us additional details about how your brain is working. These tests help us assess focus, response speed, and impulse control, as well as measure the domains of the brain's function of thinking, feeling, emotion, and self-regulation, including tests for mood, anxiety, attention, and memory. If deemed appropriate, we'll order a set of diagnostic lab tests to measure your basic health numbers, and depending on circumstances, we may order genetic markers or more extensive testing. And finally, we perform a brain SPECT scan.
Imagine if someone could peer into your brain and see it at work. That's what brain SPECT imaging does. It helps us understand areas of the brain that work well, along with areas that are underactive or overactive. We found that 79% of treatment recommendations were different after clinicians used the information from SPECT scans compared to other diagnostic methods.
Although brain SPECT imaging plays a central role at Amen Clinics, it's only one part of a larger process of how we diagnose and treat patients. We see the condition of every patient as a result of 4 primary factors or circles, all of which can have meaningful impact on mental health. your biology, psychology, social life, and spiritual life. We have designed our intake process to look at each of these circles. This allows us to truly understand you. This unique, well-researched process results in higher than average success rates, utilizing the least toxic, most effective solutions.
Our clinicians make treatment plans that are geared towards your symptoms and your brain. There is always a great place to start, whether it is a simple email or a phone call to discuss treatment options or a full evaluation. We work with you wherever you feel most comfortable. You should contact us today and see how much better life can be.